Man, so we gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? No fluff in this one. You dig? If you new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciate it. I want to thank all my current subscribers for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it, man. You know, definitely figuring out, how to work the comment section and read a lot of the comments. I apologize for being, a little slow with the replies, man, but I'm figuring the platform out. Um, so, man, in this video, we're gonna talk about a couple different things. Of course, we gotta talk about the exchange between Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick. You know, it was a long overdue heavyweight bout, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, because they had been, going back and forth. So of course we were all anxious to kind of get them on the platform or see them on the platform together to see how that exchange would, work. And they didn't disappoint. They didn't disappoint. Excuse me. And it's going to be interesting to see how, things play out. I know JJ Redick kind of has his, own platform that he's been promoting and building. Kendrick Perkins not so much. He's kind of been mainly, doing this thing on ESPN, and he's been sticking to that. But man, they had a pretty heated exchange. But before we get into that, man, I gotta say shout out to my boy Pau Gasol. Pau Gasol's jersey was retired tonight. Very, very much deserving of, having his jersey retired. But if I had to choose, I would have liked to see Derek Fisher's jersey, and I'm hoping to see his jersey retired at some point. I think every championship, while Pau Gasol was definitely a major contributor, I think so was, Derek Fisher. I would have to put him, he definitely should get his jersey retired next if I had an opinion. But shout out to Pau Gasol. Definitely deserving of the honor. And I think biasly, you dig, I've always liked Pau Gasol. Thought he was a hell of a player, man. His days as a Laker. Now when he first came initially, we obviously saw that he needed to get a little bit more, get a little tougher. And you know what? He kind of reminds me of who? Anthony Davis, right? Like, I want you guys to think back to when the Lakers made that trade to acquire Pau Gasol. And right off the bat, the Lakers improved. They made a big jump in the standings that year, and made it to the finals. And one of the criticisms and issues and why the Lakers didn't take the title was because of Pau Gasol was weak. He was a soft big, finesse big. And that was one of the major criticisms of Pau Gasol early on in his career. But he went in the lab, and understanding, not only him understanding, but the team understanding and having great leadership from Kobe Bryant. You got to get that man his credit. He was probably the catalyst in leading the charge, and making sure Pau understood the toughness side of the game, and made sure Pau got tougher, right? And they went on to win back-to-back championships. And I think that's a testament to Kobe's leadership, because people tend to think that you're a leader, by the assist you have or by passing your teammates the ball, that whole thing, right? Because it's tangible, you can kind of see it, you know what I'm saying? But leadership is more of an intangible, there's an intangible piece to leadership. Your personality, is bestowed upon your team and your teammates. The team takes on your personality. You know what I'm saying? And I think we saw that with a lot of the Kobe-led Lakers. You know, and I think with what you have with the current Laker team is lack of leadership. You know, lack of leadership, lack of accountability. You know, a lot of media play and people trying to paint certain narratives, right, to kind of shift the blame and not take accountability. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's an interesting comparison in leadership there between Kobe and LeBron, you know, and Powell gave Kobe a lot of credit for the improvement that he made from the time he got to the Lakers, until the time that he eventually left, but then went in there 2 championships, because Kobe made him tougher, man. It is what it is. Kobe was a great leader, and he never bashed his teammates in public, besides his little spat with Shaq, you know what I'm saying? But, he was a great leader, man, But anyway, man, Pau Gasol jersey was retired tonight, man. Big ups to Pau. Also in the news, your boy LeBron James put this tweet up, right? And basically, he basically made the comment that he was watching League Pass, and I guess he feels that Bernie is better than whoever he was watching on League Pass, basically stating that he's better than some NBA players, right? And this is the thing with LeBron, dog. This is one of the problems that people have with him. You know what I'm saying? So basically, by your own admission, you've been playing against bums the last 10 years, right? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Is that's what you're telling us, bro? Because I mean, it would make sense. You know what I'm saying? You playing in an era where you ain't getting a lot of pushback, pretty much. But that's a topic for another day. But I think LeBron, he don't think about the stuff he say, bro. He just be saying stuff, I think, sometimes, But he getting a lot of pushback from posting this tweet, and people are and I think my opinion would be allowing Bronny to be Bronny, like, don't. And I know LeBron's word goes a long way, so when he make a statement like that, a lot of teams are looking at that, you know what I'm saying? So him making that statement definitely probably put some eyes on Bronny. Not that eyes are not already on him, but definitely put some more eyes on him, and probably increase his draft stock a little bit, for LeBron to say that you can definitely play in the league, or you better than some of these cats in the league. That's a big statement, he gonna have to back that up, you dig? And I think Bronny's high school team was playing, or I think they played Notre Dame, I think they're called, with Master P's son. I think Bronny's team has lost the last 3 times that they've met Notre Dame. So I'm not sure, what the outcome was, but I'm sure they gonna post it, you know what I'm saying? So Bronny had that going on, but this is what LeBron James gets criticized for, bro. It's just the things that he say and the things that he do, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are on this comment that he made. But anyway, man, what we all came here for, first take. So you had JJ Redick and Kendrick Perkins finally going head to head, meeting up on first take to finally have their little spat. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to what they had to say, and then I'm gonna chime in.
But my thing is, let's not sit up here and crown or sit up here and play this game about, oh, it's just a runaway favorite for us with the MVP candidate and it's not even close. Because I would not allow it to be, I would not allow Joel Embiid, I would not allow Giannis Antetokounmpo to be disrespected. Giannis Antetokounmpo is averaging a career high in points right now. Team has the best record in the league. Joel Embiid has had, I don't even know the numbers of 40-point games that he has had, but damn it hasn't been done since Shaq, and it's by a landslide, the number of 40-point games he done put up this season. And you can't sit up here and tell me that Luka and Embiid is not watching to see the point differential for us, who's going to lead the league in scoring. It happens, JJ, and you know it happens. So for you to come over here and say, oh, that's not who Jokic is. That's not the type of person he is. It's not in his nature. Before Giannis did what he did 2 nights ago, did anybody think it was in his nature? KP. Did anybody know how he was feeling?
I want to just say something. Stephen A., I mean no offense to you, and I mean no offense to First Take, because I think this show is extremely valuable. It is an honor to be on this desk every day. It really is. But what we've just witnessed is the problem with this show, where we create narratives that do not exist in reality. The implication, what you are implying, that the white voters that vote on NBA are racist, they favor white people. You just said that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is exactly what you implied, Kendrick Perkins. That is exactly what you implied. Secondly, hold on.
I did not call. I stated the facts. And you're not about to sit up.
We all know what you implied the other day. We all know what you implied just now. Hold on.
I stated it's the facts. One at a time. It's the.
So, man, wow. So they had a pretty heated exchange, and you know, anytime you bring race into a conversation, you know, tensions, you know, it starts to get pretty heated in the room, right? And I didn't quite understand why Kendrick Perkins came out and made the statements he made concerning the MVP race, right? Basically, he insinuated that because certain players are of a certain race, they're getting certain treatment when it comes to the criteria that they need to meet to be the league MVP, right? And if you're not a trained media analyst, right, or trained on, you know, the media, then I could understand making a statement like that. But for Kendrick Perkins to be kind of like spearheading this, you know, this narrative that when the MVP is a white guy, you know, the analytics come into play, right? You know, and it becomes analytics and this and that, you know, basically was anything that's going to give him the nod to push him ahead, right? So that he can be the MVP. And in this clip, Kendrick Perkins is basically telling JJ Redick like he wasn't saying that. I'm like, but like, dog, that's what you said. You know, and I think JJ Redick kind of, you know, he caught him up. He definitely caught him up, you know. But it's hard to believe that this is a real authentic take, you know, as far as their beef, their back and forth. You know, it's hard for me to believe that it's authentic. I think that these shows do a lot of this stuff to get ratings, because I just don't believe Kendrick Perkins made a statement like that, you know, and not knowing the ramifications of making that type of a statement, you know. But on the surface, man, if it's legit, you know, and this is a real back and forth, Kendrick Perkins taking his lumps, man. JJ Redick handed it to him, you know what I'm saying? And I think JJ Redick had a point. Magic definitely won MVP. He wasn't a prolific scorer, you know, but he definitely was the league MVP and has 5 MVPs, right? And Magic isn't known as a scorer, but his team was performing well, and he was basically the leader of the team, so he got the MVP. Now, I definitely think that Steve Nash stole one of Kobe's MVPs, that without a shot of a doubt, right? But it happened, but you know what I'm saying, he shouldn't have gotten that MVP. I don't care what nobody say, because Kobe drug Smush Parker, Kwame Brown Lakers team to the playoffs. Without Kobe, they probably would have only won 10 games, right? But I mean, of course, you can make that argument for other superstars, I'm sure. But, you know, that particular season, averaging 35 points a game. Come on, man. You got to give Kobe the MVP for that. You know what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think, man. Let you know what you guys think. Do you guys think Kendrick Perkins went too far? You know, do you think he has a point? Does race play a part in the MVP voting? Right? Because he went on, and I know it wasn't in this clip, but he went on to talk about the voters who vote the MVP and what percentage of those voters are white versus the black voters, right? So I mean, I just think that it's a lot to kind of digest and take in, and you know, and have a conversation about. But you know, I really don't think this is a good look for Kendrick Perkins, man. You know, because the league is primarily black, right? So you're gonna have more black MVPs than white MVPs, right? I'm clearly, right? You're gonna have way more seasons where the MVP of the league was black, you know, and less of the seasons where the MVP was the white guy. So I just don't, you know, I don't understand why he went that route. You know, he could have stuck to just basketball on the court performance, and maybe had a good argument because Embiid and Giannis, you know, are playing great. But it does appear that, you know, Jokic is going to run away with this MVP. I want to say he's averaging a a triple-double. I could be wrong, but it's looking like he's going to be the MVP 3 years in a row. And I think that speaks to the era of basketball we're playing in. And people make such a big deal about overseas players and the toughness or lack of toughness, or, you know, the league that we're in today. But yet you have a foreign player, the MVP of your league for 3 consecutive years. It's almost like the league is shifting in the direction of international basketball, right? It definitely slowly drifted in that direction. Faster pace, more shot attempts, you know, things of that nature. But anyway, man, let me know what your thoughts are on this topic. Like I said, do you feel like Kendrick Perkins was just out of line? Do you agree with anything he had to say? Or do you feel like JJ Redick, you know, kind of hit the nail on the head with his take and how, you know, what his feelings were concerning Kendrick Perkins making the accusations or making the suggestion that this is, you know, Jokic is just getting the MVP because he's a white guy, you know. And before I get off, I do want to also point out the fact that there are some benefits, you know. I kind of get where Kendrick Perkins is coming from, but I wouldn't have said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a sense of, if you're athletic, if you're McClung, right? To see him be so athletic, you know what I'm saying, as a white guy, adds a little to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little seasoning, so to speak, because you're not accustomed to seeing white guys be that athletic, right? They made a whole movie about white man can't jump. You know what I'm saying? So that's not customarily what you see. We're used to the white guy being able to shoot, right? You don't leave the white guy open, but you let him go to the basket. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when the white guy has flair to his game, he's white chocolate. You see what I'm saying? It's like that, those connotations to the way you play, you know, if you play with a certain style, you got a little black in your game. You know what I'm saying? You got a little chocolate to your game. That's just kind of always been the way that it's been, you know? So I think that race does play a part, you know, when you're talking about critiquing talent, you know what I'm saying? But as far as the MVP voting, I think it's just an analytical game. And I think Jokic is just running away with the analytical, you know, stats and all of that stuff. So that's why I think he's getting a nod, because of what it looks like on paper, just the analytics, you know. But anyway, man, that's all the time I got today, man. Definitely subscribe, hit that like button, man. Comment, let me know what you guys think about the video overall, or what you think about, you know, any of the topics that we talked about today. And if you got any suggestions, you know, definitely leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys want me to talk about. You know, we gonna get back on this GOAT discussion at some point. You know what I'm saying? We gonna go back to that GOAT discussion. Trust me. You know, but a lot of other things happening in the world of NBA, in the world of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So I just definitely wanted to touch on that and get your opinions on, you know, what you guys think about that. And I, you know, like I said earlier in the video, man, I hate that race is becoming a part of the conversation. I never liked, you know, because I think Kendrick Perkins and Redick, man, they cool. You know, they cool people, man. I hate to see them go at it like that. But anyway, man, let me know what your thoughts are. Like I said, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Don't cost a thing to subscribe. Till next time, I'm Joe Squad. I'm out.